And I think we have our first guest ready to go.
Do.
The man, Bo Scarbrough, getting signed up.
How's it going, brother?
Bringing in the Alabama legend himself, the local legend himself over at Tuscaloosa. It is Bo Scarbrough, running back for the Birmingham Stallions. Bo, good to see you, man. How you feeling? I mean, we've been at a lot of the press events around town this week. It has been a buzz going around Birmingham just leading up for season 2.
Oh, man, it's been great, man. It's a blessing from God for us to be here today, and to see the beautiful faces on the fans, and it's just another opportunity for us to play football, and to see the great faces on our fans, and to make them happy and proud, and to go out and work our hardest and do everything that we could for the Birmingham Stallions.
Without a doubt. I mean, look, the community has been embracing you guys, I think, more and more as last season went on, as going into the off season and into this one now. And you joined up midway through last year and kind of got to dive in as things were going in place. Now you get to see things built up. How different is that for you, getting to start off the year as a Stallion right out the gate?
It's very different, and especially starting from the bottom and climbing that mountain to the top, and it take commitment and effort and pride and discipline to have a group of guys to come together as one and be able to compete with each other and play with each other as one. So to see it from the start, man, it's something unbelievable. Guys that never played the game with each other before, and then to see them come together as one like we've been playing with each other for years, it's just such an amazing thing, man, and it's just a gift from God for us to be able to come together as one and play as one, and co-host. He did a great job putting his team together. So did Zach as well.
Oh, without a doubt. Now, and it's crazy for you guys. You get a bunch of veterans that you're back. Pretty much a lot of the star team is back for you, and I think that's going to be key for you guys building into possibly repeating. We kind of finished off, really, I think, the final celebrations of last year, and today's the day. Now it's, I imagine Coach Holtz for you guys has already said, all right, our stuff, we've had our fun. It's time to get on the field and redo it again.
Oh, yeah, just like Coach Holtz said, man, it's not about what they do. It's all about what we do. And, last year is in the past, and this year is, it's the present. So we have to be where our feet are. Last year is gone. We won that championship. So, our goal now is to be 1-0 and to stay focused on the prizes and what's ahead. And like I said, climbing that mountain and then get to the top. And there's only going to be one team at the top, and hopefully it's the Birmingham Stallions.
Mm-hmm. So, Zach's usually the interviewer guy, so I usually ride his coattails there. But, hey, we're live. We're live, so I got a question for you.
He's got to ask one.
So I got to know, from the south, from the north, I want to know, who are the two teams that you're most worried about? I know it's probably none. You guys are the defending champs. But in the back of your mind, maybe the Gamblers. We all know 12-0 all in, right, baby? But
it's a thing. Just
who's
go.
The one? Who's the team you're worried about this year?
I'm worried about the Birmingham Stallions this year.
Yeah. That's the right answer.
Yeah, that's my focus, the Birmingham Stallions. I have no control over the Breakers, the Gamblers, the Pittsburgh Maulers, or Philadelphia. I have nothing against them, but as of right now, I have to be where my feet are, and that's focusing on the Birmingham Stallions and winning another championship and bringing it back to Birmingham.
I got to ask you something, because we're content creators. You're a content creator yourself. You want to tell us about the Alabama connection? We've been seeing some of the channel videos you make with some of the folks that are alum from the, of course, the Crimson Tide itself. Some of the best from the school's recent history too.
Oh yes, it's the Bama Standard with Justin Riley.
There we go. Yes.
Marvin Constant, Stephen M. Smith, and Steve Brown, and me, myself, and we always have a guest on, and we just talk about, Alabama football around the world, and the recruitment, and, the NIL deals, and, things that players may be going through. And then on Wednesday, I have my own show called The Developmental Focus Point, where we focus on athletes that's in the 8th grade going into high school, and high school translating over to college, and, try to teach them the things that we didn't know at their age that we know now. And it's been great, man. And we have a lot of guests that come on and give a lot of motivation to these kids. And it's just something special. Like last week we had my bonus father, Bill Smith, He's a pastor. And the week before, we talked about mental health and the protection of player health. And the week before that, we talked about financial, how to save money and, you know, what to do with your money. And it's just a great thing for the younger kids to be listening to. And I hope that we, you know, get that message across to them very well because of what we're trying to do. We're trying to educate these young athletes before they get to the next level. And then they start to find out about, you know, all these other things that come with it, and it's just not football. It's, you know, it's more of a business and an organization. So, you know, they have to be pros and have to be committed and disciplined when they going through these things. So we try to drill that into them and get them to thinking about that before they make any type of decision on what type of school they want to go to. And, you know, that basically the show, man, is to develop these young athletes.
Look, I think that's a great mission. That's the thing. I think a lot of people don't talk about this is that, you know, a lot of athletes like yourself, especially football players, they get in, and it's just about like, oh, right, I'm in, I'm ready to go. But there's a lot more steps to kind of setting yourself up. Because, I mean, that's the thing. Football, you know, it is, for if you're in it, it can be such a rewarding career. But for a lot of players, it's not a long-term career, you know. Right. So you want to be ready for that, you know. Not enough people, I think, talk about that career after the career, if that makes any sense.
You know, you have to set yourself up when you in that position. You know, it's not about what's going on right now. It's about what's ahead. And, you know, like I said, be where your feet are, but also you have to have a plan ahead because, you know, only 1% of players make it out of high school, make it to the NFL. So, you know, to be part of that 1%, you know, in an average career in the NFL is only 3 to 4 years. So, you know, you have to figure out what you want to do in life, and you have to use the gift that God gave you, and you have to, you know, use your degree in whatever you wanted to, you know, to be. And what I say is that you get a degree in something that you love to do, something that you can wake up and be happy to go to work and do. I don't get into the, you know, having a degree with something that you don't like doing. And then, you know, you 30, 34 years old down the road, and then you got a job that you don't like doing, and then, you know, it's hard on you. Mm-hmm. So I would say that, you know, you get a degree in something that you love doing, something that you can wake up every day and be proud of yourself for, and set yourself up for success, because that road is not narrow. It's going to be some bumps, and there's going to be some potholes, and how I like to use it, I like to look at it as a three-way interstate. You know, people always talk about, you know, looking in your blind spot and looking in your rearview mirror to see what's next to you, but they never tell you to look into that third lane when you're trying to get over, when you're in that fast lane trying to get to the middle lane. And when that car get over, it's a big car crash, and now you stuck and you don't know which way to go. So that's the way I look at life, and, you know, that's the way I look at a lot of things, is to look for that third car that's trying to get over before you get over into that middle lane.
There's a lot of words to live by right there. That was really good. I really appreciated that.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Absolutely. And I mean, I think that, you know, much like how we do this, not to interject us into this, but we love doing this. You know, this has been great with our own side work and our things. We get to talk to players like yourself, and, you know, it's rewarding talking to folks like you, you know, that play the game that we enjoy and love too, and kind of hearing all those other pieces to it, you know, the struggles, the different, you know, trials and tests, you know, the successes, the failures, you know, that's what's I think the beauty of being a player, being a coach in these leagues. And now you get, like I said, a second chance here mm-hmm. as well. You know, do you talk about that a bit on your guys' channel for your show, like kind of like these new leagues coming up? Like maybe getting those other opportunities, or? Well,
we talk about that on our Tuesday night show, because our Tuesday night show is kind of like free. We get to talk about whatever we want to talk about, but that Wednesday night show is more of developmental part of it. And we didn't talk about second chances and, you know, what's it like to, you know, to be back starting playing football and all that, but. You know, like I said, man, it's just a gift from God, you know, for us to be able to go out there and play the game, man, that a lot of people can't play. And, you know, I play the game for the people that, you know, that's not able to play the game. And, right. You know, I have a soft spot for those guys, man, and it just make me play harder because, you know, it could be me. And, you know, and I do it for them. And I just want to, give an applause for them, man, for coming and supporting us in every way that they do. And it's just very heartwarming to see those guys out there in the stands and taking their time out their day to come watch us for 3 hours.
Bo, I'm gonna go back and be a little more leaning on you here. You put out saying I'm gunning for 2,000 yards this season. You put that out there. What are you doing to train for that 2K season that you're going to? How's the physical fitness setup for you?
I put the video up on Instagram. They kind of tell you what kind of workout I was doing. But I'm a guy that, I never shows my workout, what I'm doing. But, I did a lot of sled pulling and a lot of sled pushing and a lot of squatting and a lot of one-legged squatting. And, I did a lot of running and a lot of explosive work. And, I just felt it in my, I just felt it in my heart. If I get the right amount of carries that I can, that I can go for 2,000. But 2,000 is a very, very, very high goal. And you have to set your goals so high that that is impossible to reach, because it's only gonna make you keep working harder to reach that goal. If that makes sense?
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Yeah. So so it's like setting a standard so high that you have to work at it every single day. Right. And it's not a 1-day goal. It's not a 2-week goal. It's not a month goal. It's a goal that's very hard to be reached, and you have to put in the work every day to reach that goal. So that's why I said 2K, because I know this is a very, very, very impossible thing, but it's also possible. But it's gonna keep me working hard.
I like the drive, and I think that I've seen a lot of players as of late. It's about keeping I'm going to keep the same mindset if I was in the top league or if I was even here. It's that professional level. Always making sure I am saying I'm hitting that standard like you're talking, so I can get where I want to go. Mm-hmm. And I think that's where I'm equating to where you're going with it, and I like that. I like the drive you got here. And obviously you've had that for years, of course, in the local area in your time with Detroit, which, by the way, Stefan's a
Restore
Lions
the
fan,
roar.
so,
the Lions, one of these years, I'm telling you, when they go to the Super Bowl, I'll sell a liver. I'll sell a kidney. I'll sell it all. It's happening.
Right?
It's happening, guys. You know it. You need a body part, I'll sell it, because I'm going to that game. There ain't much to it.
I got to ask you something. I was catching up and listening and watching a clip from Good Morning Alabama, and you brought up something about Jennifer Holtz making milkshakes. Do you have anything about that insight on that? It was like you brought it up on the news. I don't know if you remember this or not. Yeah. You explain?
Oh man, she used to bring the milkshakes on it was the first day of the week that we practiced, and then it's the strawberry milkshake I love them, man. And, I look forward to her bringing them this year. I looked forward to them every week, and it was just something special. And it was, I'm more of a structured guy, routine guy. So once I start something, it happens, every week. I'm going to do the same thing over and over. And because, that's how we did it at Alabama. We're very traditional, and once we start something, that's the way how it's gonna be done, and that's the standard of it. But those milkshakes, man, was the best, and I hope she bring them this Tuesday, because I'm fiending for one right now.
Well, you hyped them up. I was like, okay, I gotta ask these things. But now strawberry milkshakes.
Oh, yeah.
I say Jennifer found us at Good People Brewing, and just like, hang on a minute.
Yeah,
I couldn't miss her.
She's very good. She's very good, and I just want to thank her for taking that time out her day to bring us those milkshakes on Tuesdays or even that Monday. But it take a lot for a person to go get 60-something milkshake for the players, and to do that week in and week out, that's very special. And I just want to thank her for taking her time out her day and doing that for us.
Final thing I want to ask, and I'll let Stefan finish if he has anything else. Is there anything in particular you are looking the most forward to when you get onto the field around 6:30 East or Central Time tonight, when you get ready to get the field on there and take on the Generals? And, well, at least for you, that first matchup against New Jersey, for a lot of your guys on your team, a rematch of what was really an excellent game last year and a great kickoff for this league.
For me, man, it's just for our team to be together as one. We've been practicing with each other for a whole month and, going against each other. And, we get tired of beating up on each other. So, I'm very excited to see our defense go out there and beat up on some guys, and I'm very excited to see our offense, click and go down the field. And I'm, excited to see our special team to be a lethal weapon for us this year. And, we come on the fire, man. And that's the mentality of our team, is to be disciplined, effort, toughness, and have pride. And I think if we have and be committed, and if we have those 5 things going into this game, man, it's gonna be a very good game. But I'm looking forward to us going out there, giving it our all, playing together as one, like we've been here before, like it's nothing new, because we've been doing this for a while, and we're pros. Mm-hmm. And it don't take a lot for us to come together as one, because pros is pros, and that's what this team is all about. And we have a strong mentality, and we have a great leadership group, and I think that our team is gonna be all right, not all right, but great.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's what I like to hear. I'm excited for tonight. I know everybody else here is excited for tonight. Giddy up, am I right? Giddy up. Now, everybody knows we have good times, we have good guests, we also have giveaways. One of the things we're trying to do is to get these shirts here signed by each of the guests. We're doing one online, one in person. So if you could do us a favor and sign these right here for us, because we're going to start that collection. Like I said, if you want in the giveaway, put your name on the list, because if it's not on the list, you're not in the giveaway. Here's the other thing you need to do. You need to be subscribed. You need to click the bell. You need to get some morale. We're here at USFL Kickoff. Let's get hype, man. And I'm so glad that we finally had a chance to talk and meet. And if there was any time to do it, it's right here when the Stallions kicking off, about to defend the championship. Thanks, man, for joining with us today.
Bo Scarbrough, everybody.
Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up.